What's good, man? Welcome back to another episode of Talk That Talk.
Let's get it, man.
You already know it's your boy Reese, man.
It's your boy Jay Cook.
It's your boy Big Faz, man.
And we have a special guest today in the building.
It's your girl, Des.
She got personality. She was ready for it. So, thank you for coming. You know, is Los Angeles this where you're from?
Yes, I'm from here.
Okay.
From downtown, like downtown LA, though.
Okay.
Area. Yeah.
We're in downtown LA.
Like, you know, South Central?
South Central?
Yeah, South
you
We're in
Central.
South Central.
Like, by USC.
Okay.
UFC.
Yeah, that's lit.
You're like cross streets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
No, I'm not saying. Exactly. What's the address again?
we got a you know, a little hot seat we wanted to start this podcast off with. We got a bottle right here.
That is a bottle.
1942. We know you already took a little shot.
I did.
But we had a pretty spicy question. So either you could take a shot to start off this podcast, or you could answer the question. So.
Oh, I'm nervous. Are you going to tell me the question first and
No.
then I could decide?
No.
Oh!
No, you got to kind of just, you know, hope it's something that's.
And if you don't want to answer the question, you got to take that shot.
Okay.
But-
Okay, tell me the question.
We want to know who is the biggest celebrity that has slid in your DMs before?
Name drop.
Name drop. We need an exact name.
And if you responded.
The one I can, like, think of, like, that I responded to was Lil Mosey. But that's like he's in everybody's DMs. He's in everybody's DMs.
That's the dude that's in the
one that's
Blueberry Faygo?
Yeah, Blueberry Faygo. Yeah.
So did you respond?
I did. I had I had a boyfriend at the time. He was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I have a boyfriend. And then he kept asking me like months, like, oh, are you still with your boyfriend? Are you still with your boyfriend? And then we broke up and I was like, no, I'm not with my boyfriend anymore. And then he was like, oh, let's hang out. Like, gave me his number. And like, I just never went through with it.
Yeah, well,
I got shy. I got nervous.
I'm going to tell you some funny shit. That's actually my girlfriend's ex.
Wait, I didn't even know that.
I swear to God. So that's funny.
She's so.
Hey, that's just
Just
funny.
like cut that out.
Swear to God.
Nah, we not cutting that out. That's what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. That shit,
I don't
free
think anything's
game.
wrong with it, but I did not know that.
Plenty fish in the sea. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's okay. Okay, well, getting back to what we got to get back to. Look, let me ask you a question. So you say you was from South Central.
Mm-hmm.
I know like LA is kind of like, you've been in LA all your life.
It's
Yeah.
crazy out
Okay,
here.
how is growing up here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because people used to love coming to LA. Now people hate coming to LA. I'm
Like,
going to be
I've
honest.
seen like all my friends, they're like, oh my God, like love LA like so much. And like slowly they're like, oh, like it's dead, it's boring. And it is, like living here, I'm like so tired of it already. Like I want to move. But yeah, I know. It's cool. But it's like, it's exciting seeing like everybody so excited about LA. And I'm like, oh, like I already lived it. I already know what I'm doing here. No, but it's cool.
You
But
feel
I want to
like
move.
if you didn't do social media, you wouldn't be in LA? Do you feel like this social media has like kept you living in LA for so long?
Yeah, no, I think social media and my family, like I don't want to, they're all here in LA, so I don't want to leave them, but social media is good because like the events are here in LA. Like
Facts.
if I was talking to them, I want to move to Arizona because it's like so calm and like I hate traffic and I hate everything.
Yeah.
That's all what LA is. But like there's so many events out here. There's not much in Arizona. So
It's dangerous in South Central, right?
I guess that's like the thing that you put on it, like South Central's like ghetto or like, you know what I mean? But honestly, I feel like everywhere, like Hollywood is pretty like dangerous too, you know? Like
For sure.
Yeah, but I think it's normal. I mean, I haven't experienced anything, so yeah.
I feel like it's different probably coming from like, we're from Arizona.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're used to a certain culture and certain things in Arizona. That's probably why we feel so uncomfortable when we're out here.
Yeah.
Do you feel like all the crazy stuff going on, you just kind of block it out? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, out of sight, out of mind. Just put it
Yeah.
over here on this side.
Now, if
Yeah.
you didn't stay in LA, let's just say you were from Arizona, do you feel like you still could have had the same social influence that you have now?
I feel like maybe I could have built like an audience, like still, but I'm saying like as in like opportunities wise, like I wouldn't be able to go to events. I wouldn't be able to like make connections with like more people out there. I mean, out here in LA. So
You feel like LA did it to you to take you to that next level type?
just like makes me feel like more influencers, like, you know, like the red carpets and like, you know, those screenings and stuff. Like I think that's like really cool to go to, and like I won't have that anywhere.
Yeah,
else, you know?
it gives a good look. Like you
Yeah.
go to brand events.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's good, y'all? We wanted to take a quick break and give a big shout out to our friends over at Hustlers Empire Clothing on Instagram. Make sure you guys go ahead and check them out. Go ahead and copy some gear. All our hosts have a piece of their clothing on. Y'all need to go check out their sweatsuits. Great quality.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. I really do fuck with them. You know, they fit well. They feel good. And it says fuck love on the back. But we all certified lover boys over here.
Yeah.
But hey, we still gonna rock them. We still gonna do our thing. Let's get it.
Make sure y'all go check them out. Website down below. Let's get it.
Around other.
But so let's get into how did you start social media? How did you start because right now I think what how many followers you're on TikTok?
I'm about to hit 1 million actually.
You gotta hit
Yeah,
1 million.
I'm almost gonna hit 1 million.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations
thank you guys.
So how did that process start? What made you get into it and what made you want to stick with it?
Okay, so should I go into it? Or okay.
Go ahead.
So I started off doing I was a fangirl of this one skater. His name was Steven Fernandez, and I was a fan, and you know how people are like that of us. You know what I mean? I was kind of like that of him, and I remember winning one of his contests, and everybody was following me, and I had 50K around the time. And then I got hacked because I was so stupid. I gave this girl my password, whatever, hacked me, and I lost.
Wait,
my
why
Instagram.
did you give her a password?
Because she was my friend, but she was also hacked. So when she asked me, I was like, okay, yeah, but I didn't know that she was the hacker because she was hacked too. Does that make sense?
So she DM'd you and said, "Hey, what's your password?"
So no. So I had a backup account, and she was like, "Hey, my cousin wants it, cause blah blah." And I didn't really use it, so I was like, "Okay, yeah." But that was all linked to my other accounts, so they hacked my Instagram, my Snapchat, everything. So then I couldn't get Instagram for a minute, so I lost the 50K. I lost whatever I had. And then I got a new phone and I started Instagram again. And I was just posting to post or whatever, and it was going on the explore page. And then Fashion Nova hit me up. They're like, oh, blah, blah, we want to work with you. And that's when I just started escalating. And then I dated he was a social media influencer. His name was Carlos. And that kind of put me out. You know what I mean? I was dating him and he was bigger than me, so it put me out there as well. And then I just kept doing it after that.
That's lit.
Did you like working with Fashion Nova?
I'm actually I'm trying to finish because I've been with them for a minute. I've just been lagging my contract, but it's cool. But they just bug a lot. They're like, okay, hurry up. I'm okay.
So I've personally never had a paid brand deal with Fashion Nova. Back then when I started gaining, obviously they would send PR packages and stuff. But I heard Fashion Nova is they tend to ask for a lot more than what they give.
No, 100%. At first they were when I didn't know about money, you know what I mean, and what I should be getting paid, they were asking $2,000 for 20 Instagram posts and da da da. And I was like, oh my god, I was in high school. It was $2,000 is a lot. Right. So of course I did it, and then I got a manager and he was like, what are you doing? You should not be getting paid this little for what you're doing.
20 a month. 20
no,
posts
it
a
was
month or 20 in general?
It was 20 posts and then something, stories and blah, 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 and then 2,000. And I was
damn.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Do you still have the most fun? Do you still have as much fun as when you started doing social media as you do now? Or has it kind of turned into where you're just it's a job now?
It feels just like a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I think I have more fun doing it now because I know what I like to do on social media. Back then it was just I was just posting, and if it did good, it did good. You know what I mean? But now I know what does good for me. So I like to post it, and I like to talk to my followers, I guess, just have that best friend connection with them. So I like it now. Facts. I like it now. Yeah.
What is your niche? What does good for you on your social media?
More get ready with me and like that, you know what I mean? The get ready with me's and more my makeup and what goes on in my life. People like that a lot. And then I'm also with my friends, they also do social media, so seeing them together and me, they like that.
So do you feel having friendships in the social media world, it can somewhat kind of affect your guys' relationship in a sense of say you're with a couple friends and you guys have another friend that just wasn't there that night, and then they start trying to pick and find drama and stuff. Does that ever get in between you and your friends, or do you guys kind of have a clear understanding of how social media works and the fans? And
no, I think more I would say 95% of my friends I've met through social media, so they all understand. I have one friend from high school who I always bring her around, so she always knows, but she doesn't really care. She goes to college. She's like, oh, I don't care. We know what you're doing. But I think we all understand because we're all in the world. So.
But even my bad, cut you up. Bro.
Good. We got
But
questions for you.
Even in the influencer world, I guess like you can create friends and certain things like that. But do you feel like all the relationships that you create are all like genuine and real, or they're using you for your clout, or other way around?
Yeah. I think the 5 friends that I have right now are like this. Like I could say like, oh, that's like my brother. That's like my, like my sister. Right. But like everybody else that I meet, it's kind of just like, oh, like, hey, like I'll see you when I see you. It's not like I'm going to tell you about my life and we're going to be best friends. It's just kind of like, there. But I don't give them that like space to like know me. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like surface level. Up. Yeah.
So do you feel like, does it suck having to kind of limit the things that you open up to random people about, and kind of like letting them inside your life because you feel that they could possibly use that against you on social media?
No, I'm very careful with what I say, because people could like take one thing and like run with it, and it's like, oh, like this, she said this, and when it's not even like that. Like I've had people from like high school comment and they're like, she was so mean, like she was the meanest girl in high school. I was like, girl, I didn't even know you. Like I didn't know you. Just a lot of people were just like, they like to come out and say things, but they don't know who you are. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing about social media. It's like, bro, they get into your personal life.
Yeah.
And it's like, even you walking around, they know what you do. They like watch your YouTube videos. They know like how you act and certain things like that. And I feel like, me, I'm not like a YouTuber or anything like that. All you guys, you do TikTok, you do YouTube and stuff
you get
like
the best way of it. Like you're on social media and you get the following, but they're not so like,
they're not invested if I'm good. Yeah. Well, I feel like I don't like people in my personal life like that. Like knowing what's going on with you and certain things like that. I feel like that is just like, it makes me feel awkward. It's just like,
it's the shit that comes with social media.
Yeah, I feel like I have to catch myself. Like I have to correct myself sometimes too, because like obviously not everything that we post is perfect and people will try and find something about it, but I also, like me and Raylene, put ourselves in that position. Like we put our entire life damn near on social media. Of course, like the knit grit that we don't want people to see, they don't see, but we also let our fan base see a lot of our life, almost 95% of it. So they do feel like they have the right to judge and comment on stuff whether we like it or not.
Facts. So I'm gonna get into it. So we're talking about life and social media, and so what I'm saying, we were doing our research on you and kind of seeing like what's the tea.
I'm like, I already know, I felt it coming.
Yeah. So we kind of we've seen the little comments, and we saw actually just yesterday, ironically, you just posted some dude on your TikTok, right? And I was reading through the comments, and I'm like, they're all like, some people are like, I knew it, or some people are like, oh, are y'all dating? So what's that? What's up with this dude? What's his name, and like who is he to you?
His name is Alejandro. He's another TikToker. Also, he's way bigger than me. But like I met him like you know,
got her
like
blushing.
I'm like, I'm hot now.
cheeks is red and everything.
Whoever you are, Alejandro.
No, we met through like mutual friends, whatever, and then he just like kind of started coming around, and it was because like he liked me or whatever, and like I was very like, no, like I don't want, he's not my boyfriend. I don't know, like, no comment on that, but like he just started coming around and he like stuck. So
y'all just kind of filling it out, see where it goes.
Yeah,
okay.
No comment.
So you have a crush on him now?
No, okay, so like it's more than it's like we're there, we just don't like kind of confirm it with anybody, you know what I mean? So like if you want to think that we're dating, and if you don't, then
so
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that. Yeah.
That's the best way to get to know somebody. Be friends first. My girlfriend, we were friends for 2 years, a year and a half before, and I feel like that's where you get to know somebody, especially like being a social media influencer. Like it gets risky putting your partner on social media, because then like you were saying, like you got that pressure. Like I was watching your podcast with another dude, and you were talking about how the pressure of like, even if you do just a TikTok with a random dude, they kind of automatically put the pressure of like, oh, are they dating? Do they like each other? Like, how is that with, obviously, is that kind of what's holding you back from putting a label on it in public?
Yes. Okay. A label in public. Just remember that, label in public.
Or label publicly.
Yeah. Publicly. Just because I already did the social media boyfriend. Like we were like together publicly, and like everybody's like, oh,
we
are you
know
guys
about
still?
that too.
Okay. Like, are you guys still like together? Like, da da da. And just like when it went down, like it just blew up so fast. Like, not like blew up in our faces so fast. You know what I mean? And like, I just don't want to give nobody that like that. How do you say it? Like,
I get what
like
you're
that.
saying.
Like, you know what I mean? To like think like, oh, like I'm in their relationship now. Like I know what's going on. So like, I just keep it like between me and him. And like, you know, all my friends and like my family, like that's so different. But like with people that I don't really like, you know you guys. So it's like, like you know, it stays how it stays on social media.
So question, was it, obviously answer this if you want to answer it. If not, we totally respect that. But when you guys were together and like say you guys, was it like almost before you guys had split up, was it more of like, okay, it was like constantly something wrong, and were you guys kind of holding on because of your social media presence, or was it like, okay, I don't care about social media, this is what I want, this is what I want for us, and if we're gonna split up, we're gonna split up and go our separate ways? But were you holding on to shit because of social media, or vice versa?
We hold it. I knew I wanted to break up with him. I was like, you know, it's not working. Like, da da da. Like, obviously, I still like held on to him because it's like it's so hard to leave a person that you know you loved or whatever. But like, we just held off putting it on like that. We broke up on social media, so nobody like really knew what was going on. But I didn't care that we were together publicly on social media to like leave him behind the scenes, you know. But we like broke up or whatever, and like I was obviously like seeing other people, and but we were still talking, kind of like, oh, like how are you, how's your day, whatever. But like I didn't care if he was with other people because you know we're not in that anymore. But he found out that I was like seeing other people, and he got so mad. Like we had a good friendship at the time, and we were at a content house together. Like that's where we were staying at.
What was that? What content
it's called Vault. I don't know if you guys
The Vault.
Yeah.
Was that where
I've
Jersey?
heard that. No.
Jersey
was
been
at
to Vault? I don't know. She wasn't
at
Yay.
Vault.
She was
in Yay House.
Yeah.
Yay House. Okay, so the Vault.
The Vault, yeah. So I don't know if you guys know Jackie
Jackie
Ibarra. Yeah, she was in Vault. Yeah. So whatever, like we were staying there together, and like he found out, like it just like he went like this, like 1 to 100. He went on social media like, she's a backstab, like just saying all these things, and like he was making like videos like, oh, you guys are gonna find out the truth. Like,
he was staying at the house too?
Yeah, he was staying at the house.
So are y'all
too.
in the house together as it's going down?
But I'm staying in a separate room, not with.
But how
him.
did
Did they
find
put you
out?
guys? Did they put you guys in that? Were you guys in the house after the breakup?
Yeah, but
so
but
the
we were
content
still
house knew what they were doing.
No. So I was close friends with one of the people that are, you know, I'm close with Jackie, whatever. I was close friends with them, and they invited me to like trial, which I was there for like 2 weeks. But he was already in the house. But like since I was like, oh no, we're cool. Like it's not like a big deal, you know?
Yeah, because you didn't know.
Yeah. Right. So he finds out because one of the girls I mistakenly told, you know, I was like, oh, I was with this person. She goes and tells him.
Yeah.
It blows up, whatever. He goes on social media like, oh, like I'm gonna expose her, whatever. Makes a whole YouTube video.
While y'all in the same house?
This was like you know, a couple of days after, right?
So
like once I
awful.
had already left the house, he makes the video like trying to expose me, like 12-minute YouTube video, and like it doesn't blow up the way that he wanted it to, and I just I didn't fight back. I didn't say anything about it, so he deleted everything, deleted all the TikToks he made about me, and like he just died down.
So I feel like that's the best response towards shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you add
Sometimes.
fire.
Sometimes, yeah. But like in
sometimes.
this moment, it was good to like let it
Definitely die
Do you
down.
feel like you got the better end of the stick with the fans?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
That's always
I got you.
Yeah, like,
Took all that shit.
yeah, I was like, goodbye. Like, everybody's like,
that's-
oh no, I'm on her side. Some people are, because Carlos, I don't know if you guys know who Blessed, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was his best friend, right? I ended up stealing all of Carlos's friends. So sorry, Carlos. I stole all his friends. So like everybody's like, oh, like I just wish like he was still friends with like Alex. Like it's so some people are mad, like, oh, you stole his best friend. Like, and he tried to claim that I slept with him, which I never slept with.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like that's one of my best friends now.
Cleared it up.
Yeah, no. So
Wait. So I'm just curious. I need to know. So he had a best friend.
Yeah.
Boom, you got with him. You made his best friend your best friend. His best friend stopped being best friends with him, and now you took him. And
yeah. Well, they stopped being best, not because of me though. They had their like their own separate like, you know, beef. But then once like he tried to come and expose me and like like he kind of like just leaned towards like my side, just because like Carlos was like starting to be like a whole different person, and like nobody was like fucking with it anymore.
Okay.
So
Now we get to talk about personalities. Obviously, this podcast is gonna be about mostly social media. So, do you feel like when you do meet these influencers and like, say you see an influencer and like, of course you want to meet her or him so bad, and have you ever had? Obviously, you don't have to name drop. Have you ever had like some bad run-ins to influencers and you're like, they are not who they look like they are on social media in person?
Like look or like act like?
Act like.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I've had one. Yes, okay, I have. I'm not gonna name her name, but it's a her. It's a she. And like I like followed her. I was like, oh my god, like she's so cool. And I remember I was with this guy at a party, and she was super in love with these two guys that I was friends with. And I was there with him, and they were like, oh my god, like she's coming, like please, like you need to save me from her, like she's crazy, like whatever. Yeah. So I'm like with the guy, and I go up on him, whatever. And then she comes up and she's like, stand up. And I was like, whoa. And she's like,
to you or the guy?
To me. And she's like, give me a swirl. And I was like, okay, whatever. And like, I'm trying to be nice because I like her, you know?
And you swirled?
Yeah, she was like, turn. I was like, okay. And I turned. Because she's a bigger like influencer, like way big. I'm like, oh my God, like I love you, whatever.
Yeah.
So I do that, and I'm like, okay, like cool, like it's fine. And then she's like, here, take a shot. And like pours it down, 1942, pours it down my mouth. And I was like, like nasty, right? And then I was with my best friend, and she was with the other guy, and then she goes, like, kiss. Like, she tells him to kiss, and then she was like, I don't want to, you know, whatever. Yeah. And then my friend Sam whispers in the other guy's ear, and she's like, if you want to, like, kiss me on the cheek, like, that's fine, whatever, because she didn't want to, like, kiss him. And then, oh my God, I just need...
Nah, we'll cut it out.
Oh, yeah, cut it out. Okay.
But now we know.
I got nervous. Okay,
we got you. We'll cut it out.
She goes,
this makes it more interesting because I know the name.
Yeah, now we know.
Tell your little girlfriend to stop keeping secrets. And like just walks away and like looks at us like this. And I was like, oh my God, like,
wait, was she fucking with the guy?
She liked the guys, but
did the guy like her back?
No, that's why she was so pressed. She was so pressed about it. She was like, tell your little girlfriend to stop keeping secrets or stop saying secrets, something like that. And she just walked away.
So you felt, because I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of stuff about her.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying, bad, good, but a lot of bad.
But a lot of bad, yeah, mostly bad.
So you can see where that kind of comes from.
Yeah, you could just see the energy that she just doesn't really like girls.
It was
that makes sense.
It was just like, fake in person.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, like that's crazy.
I could already see like
I would see like, oh my God, like she like girls support girls, you know what I mean? But like that was not the energy with her, and I was like, oh.
That's how I felt about Justice, you know. We was I looked at him online, I'm like, yeah, bro, that man looked mad cool. You met him in person, weak, bro.
Nigga became best friends with me.
Nah, you know what's crazy? We really didn't even fuck with each other. Like, bro, crazy. Like, so it would be like there's two sides of Arizona. Mm-hmm. I was on one side of Arizona, he was on the other side of Arizona.
Running shit.
Like, running shit. And I knew of him, but like, I was just like, what that lame ass.
Y'all look the exact same.
I can see that. I can see that.
That's why.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then it got to a point to where it was like, we linked up, and it was just cool vibes.
And like, oh, you don't? Are you cool?
Wait, no, I was there the first time you guys linked up. I think was it the quads?
Was it the quads?
I think it was when we all got the Can-Ams and Mayo flipped it.
Oh shit!
That
wasn't the first time we linked up, but that was
one of the first.
Yeah, I think that was the first time me and you met.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was like, damn, he's got curlier hair than Justice.
Do you feel like you have a certain type in man? Hey! I asked the question.
I think I do. I think the people that I've talked to have always been like Hispanic and like curly hair. Like Hispanic and curly. Yeah, that's it.
So does your ex and the dude that like we don't know what it is yet, do they kind of look alike?
I would just say the curly hair. I mean, my ex's hair was a perm, so like, you know what I mean? So it doesn't count. It doesn't count,
Hold on.
Yeah, we're canceling all dudes with perms in 2023.
Wait. Can someone define perm? Can you define perm?
No, you don't perm is when your hair is straight.
And then you make it curly.
And you make it curly, but it's like fake. Like
it's like them big like...
So like you put like chemicals in your hair to like make it like curly and it stays. Like it'll stay for like a good like couple months.
Yeah, it's not fake hair, but it's just chemicals that curl your hair.
Right.
I don't think I've ever got along
wrong with that if a guy does that? That's not good.
It's like not your natural hair.
Yeah.
And it looks goofy. A lot of perms look goofy. Like,
but is that like saying girls can't have extensions because it's not your natural hair?
hey, my fiance got extensions.
I
shit.
have extensions too.
See,
She got that good Bellamy hair.
Like, that's messed up.
I'm saying that's like, you know, going. What if like a guy can't do that, but a girl can?
I mean, I just think it's like more like guys get more clowned on, like, like you have a perm, like you want curly hair so bad, you know? Like it's just like that, you know?
Speaking of like getting, you know what I'm saying, changing the way you look, have you ever got any type of surgery, cheek filler or anything?
Mm-mm.
No? So wait, is there...
Do you ever want to?
Yeah.
I wanted lip filler, but my mom was like, you already have good lips. Like, no. So I was like, okay, that's out of the question. And then I want Botox just to kind of like, you know, lift the face a little bit. But I'm very scared of like needles like going into my face. Mm-hmm. So I'm just letting it.
Are you against like plastic surgery?
No, of course not. I wanted a BBL, but I was like, you know, I'll just work out to get, you know what I mean, to do that. But I'm not against surgeries.
Okay. So,
how do you how do you handle like negative comments? Because obviously every social media influencer gets negative comments, but if there's someone out there that's trying to start social media and they're starting to get negative comments, how do you deal with it personally?
You know, honestly, I was very like respond back to them like, oh, like you this, oh, like your mom, you know, like just say like dumb shit, you know, your mom.
Oh, your mom. Your mama like, told me to tell
like,
you.
Sometimes in my DMs, like girls will like DM me like shit, and I'd be like, I say dumb shit like that, but like they'll be like, oh my god, like I was just kidding, I just wanted to see you'd respond. You know, I think like as I like grew like more into social media, I just kind of like let it go. Like I'll read them and I'll tell my mom, be like, oh, like, you know, somebody said this about me, and then she'll be like, girl, like, what are you doing? Like, stop, you know? And my sister too, like I always tell her, because she's on social media too, so she like looks at my stuff, and she's the one to fight back for me. I don't say nothing no more, but she'll like fight back in like comments. And
older sister or younger sister?
No, younger sister. Yeah, oh, she's very defensive. Yeah. Like her and her best friend, like they like back me up a lot. So, but like I just read them and I'm like, okay, like you don't know anything about me, you know, if you want to make this assumption or this opinion, like that's fine, keep it over there. No, I know myself.
I don't. So you said you responded and they would be like, oh, I'm just kidding, I want to see if you would respond. Yeah. I feel like that's mad weird.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's so weird.
Like, why would you say something negative to somebody that obviously it could potentially hurt somebody's feelings, and then be like, oh, I'm just kidding, just to see if you respond. Like, I feel like people would do anything just to reach, just to get any type of exposure or any type of shit. I feel like that's just weird.
Social media.
I think people, I think nowadays people understand that they could get a reaction quicker out of like their favorite influencer by saying some crazy ass like bro, there's people that will literally go on there and just say something about you and it'll blow up just because it's
you're like putting
it's negativity. Like people they eat up drama and negativity nowadays. Even like with the Krishan Rock and Blueface, like they're going crazy.
How do you feel about that? You think Krishan's in the right, or you think Blueface is in the right?
You know what? I think they're both very dumb. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I've seen like videos of her like back then, and she just seemed like a good. You know, I think I don't know. I think they're both toxic for each other.
For sure.
Like they do not need.
You think they're trying to force it?
I think she's trying to force it. I don't think. Actually, I haven't seen enough videos, but like from what I've seen, I feel like it's her like very like Blueface. You know what I mean? Like,
but isn't that crazy that social media perceives a whole different story? Like when we're in drama, people don't know the full story, and so people are judging us off of just a story that we know or they know about us, and like we're kind of judging Krishan and Blueface off of what we've just seen.
That we don't.
Well, that goes back.
But like they have crazy videos, you know. Like I don't think any of us will have anything like that on there.
There's a lot of stuff.
They got a whole TV show. On
Have you watched it? Have you watched it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch that. It's crazy.
I mean, it shows the whole motherfucking life.
They don't cut anything out.
To hide.
Wait, I heard that he had a house full of he lived in a house full of girls. Was that?
He has it's like an OnlyFans show, and it's basically like Bad Girls Club, but he runs the Bad Girls Club.
Shit, I didn't know
and
Blue Girls Club.
That's crazy.
Blue Girls Club.
Oh hell no.
You ever? All right, question. You ever ran into like a fan that had like a problem with you?
Like a fan that had a problem?
Like in person,
or just like somebody that had a problem with me?
Yeah. Did anyone have a problem with you?
They better not. They better not. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, not that somebody had said to my face. Like only in high school where like girls was like jealous because I did social media. You know what I mean? Like I remember this one girl like. She wanted to fight me. She was way bigger than me. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm so nervous. But like she never ended up doing anything. But besides, I've never had anybody tell me something to my face, you know?
So would you, let's just say if like an influencer called you out, I'm just saying, would you like do like a boxing match With him?
No, I'm scared. No, hell no. I mean, if I was getting paid,
I would box somebody. Not you. Nah, I would box whoever calls me out. But I get your girl.
Right?
You know?
I like if
Keep
it was
classy.
like maybe in the same like weight class, height class, like that's so different. But like if she's bigger than me and she wants to fight, I'm scared.
Like, what if Krishan Rock just comes
no,
up?
hell no.
You know how it's like, okay, they put on influencer boxing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We should throw a women influencer boxing event.
Oh, no. They've had that, I think.
Because they don't have that.
They have. I think they have had
yeah.
it.
Oh, I've never
Oh, they
seen
do?
it.
But I don't.
But
think
it wasn't
was
as big. No, yeah, not like the Bryce Hall one. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it could be as big because it's
Yeah.
like, no disrespect, but it's like, I feel like,
That's
you
fucked
know,
up.
I'm just saying, like, going into it, it's like the guys, they really be training their ass off. I'm not saying, you know, women can't train and certain things like that. I feel like it's not as entertaining as
I think it would be interesting to watch some girls box. That would be funny.
I mean,
Sally's is like, I'm down. Let's go.
Hey, first off, Sally's has some fucking thumpers, bro.
She could fight.
Basically, what he's saying is, anybody want to call out Sally, man, she's with it, man. Put her in the
All
ring,
right.
man.
So we had a funny question, or like not a funny question, but interesting question for all the guys out there, you know, that are, you know, when you're trying to, okay, so as a dude, right, and before, you know, we did social media or anybody did social media, even for you, right, if you've seen a dude, but in a guy's perspective, if a guy sees a girl, right, and she's on social media, say he doesn't do social media, right? Because you know, as an influencer, you reach out to another influencer, it's a little bit easier to get their attention. Because you guys have the same
platform.
Yeah. But somebody that does not have a platform, that's reaching out to like a girl that's popping on social media that they like, what's the right way to slide in that girl's DMs? Or just in general, what's the right way for a guy to slide in a girl's DMs?
I think just be so respectful. Like if you like if I look at your page and you send me like a cute little message, then it's like, oh, you know, like I'll respond even if you don't do social media. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've never. I mean, besides like high school, I've never dated a guy out of social media. Yeah. But like when people like before I was talking to whoever I'm talking to, like when like guys would like come up and like talk to me, like they were just very respectful and sweet. Like they weren't like, oh my god, like you do social media, like, you know, I want to talk to you. It's more like, oh, I want to get to know you and let's do that, you know. And like I like when if you respond, they don't go and like telling everybody like, oh my gosh, she responded to me, you know.
That says a lot.
Yeah, I like that.
Sorry, I want to hear this. How did you slide in Sally's
Oh,
DMs?
I want to know too.
I actually slid in her DMs. I was on my way to Miami and I had like seen her on the Explore page. I was single, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Oh, yeah. So, no, I seen her on the Explore page. I'm like, oh, okay, who's this? Or no. I seen her on a YouTube video, right? She did like this dude like surprised her or whatever, big YouTuber. Like, they did like a little, kind of like a skit. Like, he made dinner for her. Yeah. Whatever. It wasn't real. I'm going to put it out there. It wasn't real. So, no. You didn't have my girl. Just so you know. But anyway, so they did like a skit, like basically him acting like he made dinner, had a chef and stuff. And I seen her on it and I was like, oh damn, she's sexy, you know? Like I was like, shit, I'm going to Miami. So I looked at her Instagram and I seen like she didn't post no dudes. So I was like, cool. I hit her up. What did I say? I think I just put like heart eyes, like what's up?
Some doo-doo ass emoji. Like it was like one emoji. I think it was just like heart eyes, yeah.
It was like a heart eyes.
Could be bad as fuck.
Like you bad as fuck, shorty. Nah, I was like, what's up, heart eyes? And we just we got to talking and like I was like, yo, like I'm in Miami, come see me. And she's like, I'm actually in Tampa with my boyfriend. I was like, what the fuck? Like, so
you had a
we
boyfriend?
didn't end up leaking up to.
No, he's getting the story so wrong, but we're not gonna get into it.
She didn't have a boyfriend, but it was like I knew she was in Tampa.
You had a
for
whole
a
situation
dude.
going on, and it was a really short conversation. It was like, all right, I see what you're doing, respect, like love, like see you later, and that was it.
All right, whatever. But anyways, I ended up gaming her. Now she's my wifey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how it happened. I would say for all the dudes out there, the way to slide in is just shoot your shot. You're either gonna get turned down or you're not.
But like, don't do too much either.
Yeah, don't send no paragraph.
Yeah,
don't do that.
No.
Just hit her.
You're like the prettiest girl I've ever seen inside and out. I watch your Instagram all the time.
No, I think you're crazy. If
You look like the type to do that.
I have
bro.
my game is the best game in the world.
He gets to talking about mental health and shit. When he's like, how's your mental?
How's your mental? Do you meditate?
That's lame.
Have you
Lame.
meditated today?
Lame.
Have you ate? I can send you a cash app for some
I just
food.
slid in. I said,
Oh, that would work.
Hey, yeah, that's a tip. Just send her some money and she might
Be like, let me cash app you, okay?
cash app? I said,
I was
it's
seeing you
been
was
long
having
enough. Or what is that? How did I say it? It's been too long or something like that? Because the last time we talked was 5 years before that.
That's wild. I remember Jordan coming home.
Bro.
I remember Jordan coming home. He's like, bro, guess who just DM'd me? Guess who just DM'd me? I'm like, who? And Raylene back in the day, she was like
This
high
was
school
2015.
popping, you know? She had like her little cloud from high school and
Yeah.
stuff. And he came back and he's like,
What you trying to say now?
nah, she's popping now. She's social media popping.
Oh, Reese, bro. I don't know what he's trying
You
to
know,
do.
Like when you're popping in the district.
hometown
When you're
popping.
popping in your high school district, everybody knows who you are.
high school district.
No, that was her.
You feel global when you high school popping for sure.
I thought she was like 2 years older than me, so I was like a freshman. I thought she was a junior, and so what? I slid in, or no, I didn't even slide in.
what?
She-
You slid
I
in
like
saying-
one of her "To Be Honest" pictures, or it was like one of the. Like
I
for "To Be
remember
Honest,"
that. Y'all
and she
remember?
was like, "To be honest, you're a really good dancer." I was like, "Little do you know, I don't dance for shit," but we were hitting them folks. It was when that shit was going viral, hitting them folks.
Wait, hold on.
Posting videos.
Y'all did To Be Honest?
No, this
Y'all
was
don't
like
remember the
2015.
TBH, or was it
Like
TBH
for
or Ray?
TBH.
Yeah, like for
You
TBH.
did it on Facebook?
Nah, this was Instagram.
Twitter? Instagram?
This was Instagram.
Damn, bro.
You
that
actually
was
liked
so
the
long
picture.
ago.
Oh yeah.
That's when people would get like 15 likes on a photo and
Yeah,
you'd
like
be
you
like,
can respond to like all of them, yeah.
I know getting 15 likes, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I got 15 to be honest.
So you slid and said it's been long enough?
Then I slid in 2020, 5 years later, and I was like, it's been too long. Because I was stalking her on the profile, and I was like, okay, she looks single on social media, so, all right, it's cool.
okay, so I want to know,
My bad, go ahead.
speaking of posting on social media, what do you feel like what's your hack? What would you give like some free game? Because, you know, a lot of influencers, I feel like they hold like tips back.
Right.
Because, not like hold them back, but you don't really get to speak about
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
What's your like, your algorithm? Like, what's your special formula to go to make sure your videos go viral on TikTok? Is there a certain way you caption your things? Is there certain cover photos? You know what I'm saying?
On TikTok, since I do like the get ready with me, it's like everybody, you know, like get ready with me, so it's like the first thing that you see. But like Instagram, I don't know. I feel like I was like more popping like on with like likes. I feel like Instagram, you know, in general, is just like down. You know what I mean? But like
your likes are up. I see on Instagram.
it depends. I'm like sometimes like obviously like. I think with like every girl, like when you post a more revealing picture, it's gonna do like better than if you're like, you know, like clothes or like whatever. Yeah, and it's like that's what like does better when it's like everybody's like, oh my god, like her body, you know what I mean? So I think not saying girls like put your body out there, but you know what I mean, that's what does good for like me on Instagram wise.
Do you do? It's probably weird, but do you do OnlyFans or?
I don't do OnlyFans.
What do you feel about OnlyFans?
Some of my best friends do OnlyFans, so like, you know what I mean? Like I support that. Like I would want to do OnlyFans only if like that was like my last source of income. You know what I mean? Like since like I feel like a lot of brands like kind of shy away when like you do OnlyFans because it's like, oh, like, you know what I mean, like sexual, whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like once I stop like getting brand deals and like doing that and like I don't want to work, I'll probably do OnlyFans. Like that's like my last resort.
It's an easy
Bro, me and bro, what? If
you got OnlyFans?
Nah.
I'm about to start.
Bro,
I'm about to start for real.
just think about it. Raylene could post
Serious.
the same pictures that she's taken for Savage X Fenty and put on her Instagram post.
100%.
Yeah.
And she takes that and puts it on OnlyFans. Of course, like, she's not going to put no pictures, like, to where when the girls grow up, they're going to see naked pictures of their mom.
Yeah.
No. But I think all the pictures that, like, she takes for these brands like Savage X Fenty and, you know, her future brand deals, if she just puts it on OnlyFans, it's a whole different fan base.
Yeah.
And it's bread.
People look at OnlyFans as like only like nudity.
I
feel like I want to do OnlyFans. I don't want to post myself. I want to post value to where it's like you see Bandman Kevo shit. Like he makes like over like $100K a month just posting about credit, posting about entrepreneurship, how to make money, certain things like that. I feel like it's just a brand. You know, it's a system for you to attract people and you can get paid.
I think it also doesn't hurt to try. Like, I really legit have been like thinking about like just saying like, fuck it, let's just literally copy all the pictures that you just posted that are a little revealing in like a bikini or whatever. post on OnlyFans, and see what we can make.
You about to make one too, though?
What the fuck am I gonna do making one?
Let her do it.
I feel like that's like obviously your launch day of OnlyFans is where you're gonna make the most money, like, you know what I mean? But you can like post like you said, like the Savage Fenty, but people are gonna want more. Like my friends, like they're like, oh, like I don't want to be naked, you know what I mean? Obviously, but like people ask for crazy shit, like I want to see your butthole, like like to like keep people like buying and sending you more money. You have to like kind of cooperate with what
you gotta have
want.
I wouldn't say no self-respect, but
like just like one photo is like, okay, yeah, cool for a moment, but they're gonna like, no, I want more, like I want to see more, like, you know what I mean? Like, what am I paying for?
And want to see your fingernails for $100 or something.
Didn't you do OnlyFans?
I did do OnlyFans. I'm gonna let you know right now, I don't have no self-respect when it comes to money. You throwing the bag, like I'm catching the bag.
Hold on.
Justice will pop some ass. Justice, listen. Justice will pop some ass for some cash.
Nah.
He just said it himself.
Wait a minute. So let me ask you a question.
I did OnlyFans for 3 days. 3 days.
And he made some
But you said you have no self-respect for some cash. So
Like,
let me ask you this. Actually, I don't even want to ask it on the podcast.
I would say it's probably hard for people to, you know, as girls, like it's so easy. Like if you're comfortable with your body, you know what I'm saying, and you're comfortable with, I know you got feminists, you know, now where it's like free the nipple, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's really about what you feel like you're comfortable with. And if you're comfortable with people seeing you naked, I mean, shit, I say run it up. Like, and even if you don't want to be naked, like you said, you can always do, not like trying to encourage you to do OnlyFans, but to girls, like they could really just post the shit that they're posting on Instagram on OnlyFans. And I
but
feel
just like a little bit more like sexual, and I think it'll go so much further.
It's all the same. All these social platforms are all the same. Don't put shit up that you won't want to see in 80 years or 50 years or whatever. Because
it's the same shit like a tattoo.
Resurface the internet.
It's like regardless. A tattoo. You get a tattoo, it's with you for the rest of your life.
But at the end of the day, someone brings it back up and you're like, yeah, I made $500K off, you know, saying those pictures. So
I think it's more scary though for like how I see it, like girls, like when somebody sees, like when I go on Twitter, you know what I mean, like there's guys that like post their like penis, like people that I know, you know what I mean, it's like they're like so like, oh wow, like I posted my penis on like Twitter, but then like when girls do it, I feel like they're like, oh, she's a whore, like she's you know what I mean, like it's so much different for girls.
Wait, there's guys posting penises?
Have you ever subscribed to a
No, I have not. I was going to subscribe to her name is Salt. She's a Instagram. Just because like I like really fuck with her, and I just wanted to just like, oh, it's so interesting on my OnlyFans, but I never did it because I had to sign in and I just didn't do all that.
That's
but
funny.
Wait, so how old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, well let me ask you this: do you plan on doing social media for like when you're 23, 24, 25, or do you want to get into a different lane? Like, do you feel like you're always going to be an influencer, or do you want to?
Are you working on any business ventures?
Yeah.
Well, I had an eyelash brand, and like it was doing good like when I was like starting in social media, and then we kind of just like stopped it. So like my mom does makeup as well, like she's a makeup artist. So like we want to like open up a like a salon where it's like eyelashes, what else, like hair and like everything. So it's like kind of just like mixed together. So like that's something else. But like I do want to do social media. Like I don't want to go to school. I was always so bad in school.
Yeah.
I cannot do I don't want to work a 9 to 5. So it's like I'm gonna ride this as long as I can, you know. And I feel like as you get older, people are more interested in what's going on with your life. You know, like if I were to get married, have a baby, people are, oh my god, like, you know, what are you doing? You know. So I feel like as I get older, I feel like people will like come more to me. I don't know if that
do you sometimes, because I would say me, I can admit, like being an influencer, I've been doing it for almost 5 years now, and I've came into so many points where I'm like, damn, you know, I don't know how long this can last. Like, and you kind of start getting in your head like, damn, should I be focusing on business stuff? But then we kind of forget, like you said, like as you grow, you're only like, as you get older, your social media is only gonna grow. And so does that kind of give you like a good feeling knowing like, all right, when I do get a boyfriend, does that kind of drive you to incorporate so much stuff into your life, in your life, into social media?
Well, it scares me like when I see a post like, oh, when bigger influencers like back then like died down, like what did I do after social media? I'm like, I don't have a plan for like after, you know, like
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It means you're all in.
Yeah, so like I'm all into social media. I remember I started college for like a day. I dropped out because I was like, well,
Damn.
yeah.
What the
I
fuck
didn't
is
want to do
that?
that.
One
I
day?
didn't want to
Hey,
do that.
hey,
One day. What happened one day when you were like, fuck this shit?
Because like I was like, I remember exactly what it was. I was going to school for cosmetology. I didn't want to do school. I just wanted to do it for my parents, you know. But I was enrolling, and I remember they're like, okay, you have to buy like $170 book, and I was like, oh, I don't want to pay $170 for a book that I don't really want. You know what I mean? For a class I don't even want to take. So I was like, okay, well, like I told my person I want to do social media, and like they just let me drop out. So whatever. So it's like been like that. But I feel like I always say this, letting people into your life. People are so interested in what you're doing, you know, and like the more that you tell them, the more they're like feel connected to you, the more they're gonna want to stick with you. So I try to tell them as much as like possible. Like last night I got so drunk and like woke up hungover because people are like, wow, like, oh my god, like I know
she's
her,
normal.
you know?
She does
yeah, exactly.
like me.
Yeah, like this one girl, her name's Alex Earl, blew up because she's so.
Everybody's talking about her
she's
right
so
now.
like, oh, like I did this last night. Oh, I hooked up with this. You know what I mean? So it's like people love being in your life, and I feel like once you get older, you have more experiences, like more this and this. Like, oh, I went on a date. Like people like that, you know?
Yeah.
So is there any type of like content for you do YouTube?
Sometimes, barely. Yeah.
So is there any type of content that you kind of want to add on to like your social media presence, but you're just like scared of how it's gonna do?
Not really. Not right now. Not that like you know, like couple content. I mean, I don't have a couple. I don't do that. I don't do
We
that,
don't know
but, like,
yet.
You know, like pranks or stuff. Like I remember I wanted to do a prank once on my YouTube channel. I just never did it because I just don't see me doing that. You know. But like I'm good like with what I'm doing like right now.
Fire.
I feel like I think we were talking about it yesterday. We were talking about it in the room, and we were talking about how the podcast shit that you were watching.
That she was on, or
that she was on. It was more of. Damn.
Process X.
Yes.
X.
Explain that. I forgot.
Okay, so
I really want to talk about that.
I think it's called. It's either Process X, Plan X, or something X, right? And it's this documentary I was watching. It's called Stutz on Netflix, and my mom was like telling me like, "Yo, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this." I'm like, oh, I'm not trying to watch this black and white movie. Like it's literally black and white. And so basically, it's talking about
the views.
Yeah, it's basically talking about a part in there where being a content creator or celebrity or whatever it is, and you're so used to being in one lane and trying to, you know, switch over and incorporate new content into your stuff, you kind of create like a block in your own head that limits you from being able to take that leap of faith and do that style of content. Do you feel like, is that why you don't have any other content in mind, or is it just because
like if you tried a different style of content and you started to see the views super low, would you continue with that style of content, or would you go back to what you were doing before?
Only if I really like I'm doing it for the right reasons, not just because like, oh, everybody else is doing this and it's doing so good, let me try, you know what I mean? But like if I'm like doing it because I really want to do it and like I'm not seeing any like improvement, I'll keep doing it because I love it. But like if I'm doing it just because like I want to please like the viewers, and then like no, you know.
Does that get to you where it has like, you ever been like a week or 2 weeks or even a month where your views are like super low, and you're like, damn bro, like do I gotta switch up, do I gotta do something else, like what is it?
I always feel like, oh, I'm falling off, like I'm done with social media, you know. But like it's just in your own head. There's a lot of like times where I'll see like other influencers post like, oh, like my views are doing so bad, and it makes me feel better because I'm like, okay, you know, I'm in the same like boat with them, you know. But like I just try not to get into my head because 50 people is still a lot of people. 100 people is still, you know, like think of like this room filled with 100 people, like it's a lot, you know. So I try not to get into my head. But I was gonna say that there's this one girl who used to do just like pure couple content, like pranks or whatever, and like they broke up, and like she transitioned like straight into like Get Ready With Me's like day in my life, and it did so good for her. Like it's just like, you know, it works sometimes and it doesn't work sometimes, you know. Oh, scary.
Could guys do Get Ready With Me?
Yeah,
a lot of guys do.
Actually, that might be a new. Nah, they don't really do the Get Ready With Me's the way the girls do them.
It's more like get dressed, pick out an outfit. Or
It's a lot different. No, because girls, like a lot of their Get Ready With Me's is like makeup. Yeah, and like guys don't do makeup. I mean,
yeah, but we still do. We do. Yeah, some guys do if they're, you know what I'm saying. But I think.
But the Get Readies With Me for girls are for girls. Will the Get Ready For Me for guys be for guys or be for girls?
No, I mean you could do like, I feel like It's more like if a guy did it, would be more like get dressed with me, you know, like help me pick out an outfit, because like that's what mainly you look good in an outfit. You
what
know?
if a dude just did like exactly how y'all do it in the bathroom, and he's kind of doing
like
face
shaving,
like face wash and shaving, and you know what I'm saying, putting on.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not watching the guys get ready with me.
That's kind of weird, bro.
I mean, I think it'd be more for
You're
girls.
gonna watch it?
No, I might do it.
No, there's this guy who does
He
them.
said what he said earlier, man.
You're gonna see him massaging himself into his beard.
Nah, if I mean, shit, if you have, like, for example, like, we have majority female fan base. Like,
I think they'll like that.
if I'm sitting there talking and I'm like, yeah, like yesterday we at the club, I was faded, my girlfriend was tripping, everybody's gonna be interested.
Yeah.
Whether you don't gotta be gay to watch another dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
do
Get
it.
ready with me.
Well, like there's this one guy, his name is Jalen Noble. I don't know if you guys have seen him on TikTok. He does like not get ready with me, but like days of his like life and like stuff, and like everybody eats it up. I eat it up too. It's really good. But like everybody eats it up, and it's just like interesting to see like what he does. You know, goes to the gym. It's not even that cool, but like goes to the gym, plays with his dogs, and everybody's like, wow, like I love that. You know?
I feel like, I want to do shit like that so bad. It's not that I can't do it. I can't, bro. I live an interesting ass life.
Then
What
do
you be
it.
telling me? Yeah. What?
Like,
then just do it.
That's why I'm purchasing the camera, and that's why I'm finna start doing vlogs and certain things like that. But I feel like I do too much and I go too many places for me not to record and me not to drop videos like that. Because at the end of the day, I feel like, it could just inspire somebody, or it could, it could blow up just based off of the content it is. But I don't know. You guys are good at it, man.
I feel like I did so much last year, and I had like so many like missed opportunities with content. Like I traveled so much last year, didn't vlog any of it. Like I barely I would do get ready with me's here and there, but like I barely like stuck to it like full time. Like if I would have done it like in different countries that I would have been in, it would have done so good. So now that's why I'm like putting like my all, like everything like I get ready. I did one today. I was like, get ready with me for a podcast, like.
Are we gonna see this on TikTok today?
Yeah, we'll see it on TikTok. But like now I just like put like my all into it, because I do live an interesting life, and people like love to see that. So.
That's dope. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say? I was gonna say, what kind of when it comes down to collabing with other influencers, because I feel like TikTok. So TikTok is your main platform, right? Or do you feel like now you transitioned into that?
Yeah, like Instagram stories are pretty good for me too, because everybody like sees like what I'm daily, like every minute. You know what I mean? But TikTok is like my main.
How many views you got on Instagram story?
It could go up to like 90K. That's like at top like most, but like what is it daily? Like it's probably like 50 like K.
That's still great. Do you? I have two questions. One is when you're when you're choosing who to collab with. Yeah. When you like link up with people, like let's say for example like the girls here, right? And you linked up with them. What like makes you want to collab with somebody like on a TikTok video or?
Honestly, like I've never like sat here, like I've never texted somebody to like just to collab, like, oh, do you want to collab? It's always like, oh, let's hang out, and like if it's like good time to make a video, I'll make a video, you know what I mean?
Has the flow.
Yeah, like if like, oh, like after this me and the girls make a TikTok, it's like a cool vibe. It's not like, oh, I'm only here to collab and like I'm gonna go home, Right. But I feel like I don't really collab with people, like honestly, like I make TikToks with my friends and like that's it. And like if other people reach, like, like you guys reached out to me, I don't think I'd ever like personally like reach out, like I'd love to be on your podcast, like when Alan Ice reached out, it was him like saying come on the podcast, but like, or even like when I hang out with like like Louis Castro and all them, it's like, oh, like we should do this, let's do that. It's never like, okay, we're gonna hang out this day just to collab and I'm gonna go home.
It's just kind of you kind of know it's gonna be in there somewhere.
Yeah, like it's like casual, like, oh, let's make a TikTok, let's take an Instagram picture. Like it's never like fully collab and then bye.
That's dope.
What made you say yes to the podcast?
Jersey. I love them too. I follow them too, so I'm like, oh, I like them, and I've seen you guys like on TikTok, like it's a stranger, you know what I mean? So I was like, no, I think it'd be cool, and I'm trying to like venture out more and be more like out there, because like people are like, oh, let's do photo shoots, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I never like respond back, So I'm just trying to 2020.
I feel like it's crazy to see, especially like with us coming out here, we DM'd a bunch of influencers, and before you actually reach out to influencers, I think we forget that like, oh, they probably know of me, or they've seen me somewhere, and like, you almost feel like a stranger, but then most of the time you
like you've seen them like mutual, not like you just seen on videos. Like I feel like I've gone to like so many places like with influencers, and I'm like, oh, like I've seen her before, like on my For You page. Like I always wonder, like, do you think they've ever seen me? You know what I mean? Because they act like they don't know you, but I do the same thing. Like if I seen you guys, I probably would act like I don't know who you know, like just like that's it. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But like I always wonder like how many people actually like have seen you, but just will never say anything about it. You know?
Which influencer throws the best parties out here?
Ooh, let me see.
Because it sounds like you go to a lot of parties.
Yeah, they used to have really good like. Well, I say there's two different vibes. There's like the Hollywood like LA parties, and then there's like the Hispanic parties. The Hispanic, so much fun, so much fun. I get blacked out every like time. You know, like like it's so fun. like Louis Castro's parties, like Blessive had a party, so fun. Like it's just those influencers are a different vibe. Like they like to connect and like dance. Like I remember going up to this one girl, her name was Daisy, and I was a big fan of her. Like, you know, back then. And then she was so nice. And I was like, oh, thankfully, like, she's so cool. Like, brought me in. Like, we all danced together. When you go to LA parties, nobody gives a fuck. Like, they don't talk to you. Like,
everybody's clicked up.
Yeah, like, they'll look at you, walk past you. And it's, like, a lot of white people. And, like, you know.
You don't feel at home.
Yeah, I don't. Like, I don't feel comfortable to, like, get blacked out and, like, dance. You know what I mean? Because they're just, like, staring at you. Like, what are you doing? You know? So I'd say the Hispanics know how to party more than the whites.
I mean, I feel like that's with everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question before we get out of here. What is one thing that you would tell a new influencer that's starting up? What's one good tip that you'll tell them that you just stick with, and if you stick with this, you'll blow up?
Man, that sounded easy. Do this.
I think if say like you post one video and it does really good, just stick with that, you know what I mean? Because people liked it for a reason. So it's like if you keep going, like there's this one girl I've seen really quick. I've seen this one girl like doesn't do social media at all. She did one video, it blew up, and she kept doing it, and she's doing really good with her videos, you know what I mean? So I'd say like if you really love to do something, just keep doing it, and then, you know, it's not gonna happen in one night obviously, but like you'll see.
Perfect example. Period. Period.
So one more thing. I just did a podcast. I was on a podcast and they did this thing, so I'm stealing it. Well, who is one person, it could be anybody, who is one person, influencer, celebrity, whatever, who is one person you would want to see on Talk That Talk podcast in the future? Who is one person that we can try to get?
I'd say like Louis Castro. He's so funny.
Right. He actually has a lot of personality.
Yeah,
I've
he
seen
does. He's so
We would love
funny.
to have him on. We got to get him for sure.
Yeah, I feel like he'd vibe with you guys too, you know what I mean? Because you guys are like comfortable. It's not like,
did you feel awkward at first compared to, I mean, like to now? Do you still feel that?
No. I feel good now, but like walking in, I was like, hi guys. You know what I mean? Because I've never met any of you guys before, but you guys made me feel good. So it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It might have been.
You heard that, man?
I know, I'm like,
we made it feel good, man. So don't be thinking we weird over here.
Yeah. They're cool, guys. They're cool.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Driving over here, even though you went to the wrong address.
I did.
It's all good. Make sure you guys go ahead and you guys follow her on all her social media links. We'll drop them down in the description below. Make sure you guys check us out on all our social medias, description below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we have a whole lot of more special guests coming up for you guys.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Very excited to grow this podcast, and hopefully we can have you back on because I think
in Arizona. Oh,
for
fun.
sure. You come to Arizona party with us, be lit.
I'm with it, man. Let's get it. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Guys.
We out of here.
Yeah.